welcome everybody. And as Garrod mentioned a while ago, it's the second semi-final of the District 71 Table Topics Contest. I'm Tom O'Keefe and I'm your contest chair for this event. Now, table topics involve speakers giving a short impromptu speech in response to a given topic question or statement. I can confirm that the contestants, as well as the judges and the ballot counters and timers, have all been briefed, and they have know the rules and they know all the logistics involved. And that was done earlier. Now, please note that all the proceedings this morning are designed to ensure that a fair contest is run and that each contestant is given a level playing field on which to compete. Now, I'm going to go in straight away to the contest timing, which is a critical part of managing any speech. And could I ask the timer to display the color system that we use in Toastmasters for managing the timing? The first card we use is a green card. And this card will be displayed after 1 minute has elapsed, and it remains displayed for 30 seconds. Then we go to the yellow card. The yellow card will be turned on after 1 minute and 30 seconds and will remain for 30 seconds on display. That is followed by a red card, which will be turned on after 2 minutes and will remain displayed until the topic response speech is concluded by the contestant involved. Contestants who speak less than 1 minute or more than 2 minutes and 30 seconds are in danger of being disqualified from the judge's ballot tally. So it's important that they keep to that time frames. There will be 1 minute of silence for everyone between each topic response speech in order to facilitate the contest judges from completing their deliberations and marking their ballots. Now, I'll go straight in then and I'll talk about some of the logistics. As I said, the table, once the response speeches have been completed by all contestants, the ballots for these judges will be collected by the chief judge, which will take with a ballot counter and then tabulate the results and then pass them on to me when we're finished. So I'm going to go straight on to talk about the contestants, and I'll introduce the contestants to you in a second. And just to say that when I do introduce them, in order to, I suppose, really to eliminate any bias, I'm going to call out the name, then the topic, and then the topic and the contestant name. Now, I'm going to see if I can share my screen with you just to give you the list of, no, I can't share my screen. Okay, so we have 6 contestants in this contest tonight, and we're going to talk about, and we're going to introduce the first contestant shortly. Her name is Rosie Marriott, and Rosie is going to be our first contestant. Now, can I ask the Zoom master if all the other contestants have been placed in the breakout room? If you could confirm that, please, before we start.
Just opening the breakout room now.
Great stuff.
I can confirm the Sergeant at Arms and contestants 2 through to 6 are now
Great.
in the breakout room.
Excellent. And the Sergeant at Arms knows that the contestants will have to turn off the camera, so they will not be able to see anything that's going on outside of their breakout room. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, well, let's get the contest going. Now, my first contestant is Rosie Marriott. Rosie, are you in the room?
I am, yes.
You are indeed. Great stuff. Can you do a mic check to see if you're okay? I think you are.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. That's great. Have you pinned the timer?
I have hidden non-video participants. It wasn't possible for me to pin the timer.
Okay, but you can see the timer anyway. Okay.
I can see the timer.
Great stuff. And are you good to go?
I'm ready to go.
Ready to go. Okay, your topic question is, what challenge would you go for if you were told you will not fail? What challenge would you go for if you were told you would not fail? Rosie Marriott.
Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters. What challenge would I go for if I could not fail? I hope that it would be the same challenges that I'm going for anyway. You see, I want to live my life unafraid of failures. I want to live my life knowing that I have taken every chance. And so I set myself big, audacious goals that maybe I will fail at, but at least I can try. I used to live in Spain, and when I was there, I set the goal to visit all of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites in Spain. A weird goal, I know, but you have to set something. There are 46. The Alhambra in Granada, a beautiful building over 1,000 years old, rising up from the desert. An old Roman mine that astounded me, and I also went deep down under into the mercury mines of central Spain. I saw 43 of the 46 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. And perhaps I could have not started afraid of failure, but I tried. And I know that one day I can go back there and visit the others. The final UNESCO World Heritage Site, 43, was a walk across northern Spain, the Camino de Santiago. There were days where, after walking 25, 30 kilometers, my legs were exhausted, my feet were burning blisters, and I thought that I would fail. But I knew I could try and carry on. Just a few steps more, just one hill more, just over that hill. I could have failed then, but I didn't, and I tried, and I just got through it. And so if I knew that I couldn't fail, I don't think that I would change what I would go after at all. I think I would go after the very same things and just experience and live each moment that bit more. Contest chat.
Thank you, Rosie. Now we'll have 1 minute of silence while the judges mark their ballots.
Time's up.
Thank you, timer. Our second contestant this morning is Kay Slattery. Could I get confirmation that Kay's in the room?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Kay. Yes, I can. Do you want to do another mic check? Are you happy?
No, I think I'm happy. Yes.
Great. Have you pinned the timer, or do you want to?
No, I'm just going to do it now. I'll do the stop video.
Okay.
Dots and yes. Right. I think I'm okay now.
I think your video is turned off now, so you might turn that back on.
Oh, right. Okay.
There we go. There we go. So when you're good to go, let me know.
Yes. Yes. Fine.
Okay. So Kay Slattery, your topic is, what challenge would you go for if you were told you will not fail? What challenge would you go for if you were told you will not fail? Kay Slattery.
Contest chair. I actually think that's a little bit of an oxymoron, because a challenge to me indicates something where you can fail. To me, there's no point in having a challenge if it's a foregone conclusion that you're going to win. I think, and I admire people who accept challenges, who against all odds and adversity, put themselves forward, step out to the edge, indeed step off the edge, and fly or sink, as the case may be. I think, in fact, if something is a foregone conclusion, it doesn't even term to be called a challenge. I think it's just a walk in the park. For me, the bravest of people are the people who take challenges, who put themselves out there, who try their best, knowing that they could fail. For me, if you really want an answer to that question, it's perhaps run for president in Ireland. I think it would be an honor to be the president of the country. But I think, again, getting back to my main point, the selection process wins out the chaff from the wheat. It actually lets us select the best candidate. And I would not be that best candidate, I have to say. I'm very happy with the president that we have. And I think it would be awful if I just walked in to the Oris. So, contest chair, I like challenges myself. That's why I'm here at the moment. I like the challenge of topics. I like the challenge of not knowing what the topic is and of just walking in, listening to what I'm asked to talk about, and then giving it a go. I know I may sink abominably and forgettably, but I still like to do it. And I know that the other contestants here are of the same mind as myself. It is something that we do, that we enjoy, but it's the high risk, the adrenaline, the buzz that you get of the unknown, of having the opportunity to try hard, but perhaps to fail. Contest chair.
We'll have 1 minute of silence while the judges mark their ballots.
Time's up.
Thank you, timer. Our third contestant this morning is Dolores Brady, and I see Dolores, you're with us. So Dolores, do you want to do a mic check?
Good morning, contest chair. All good here.
Everything good? And have you penned the timer or do you need to?
I could see the timer 1 moment ago, but they have just disappeared this minute.
Oh my God.
They're back.
They're back. Wow. Okay, so you're good to go.
Yes, please.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Dolores Brady. Dolores, your topic is, what challenge would you go for if you were told you will not fail? What challenge would you go for if you were told you will not fail? Dolores Brady.
It's not a challenge if you're guaranteed success. The nature of life is the challenge is when you're facing it with the possibility of it being a disaster, it being a complete failure. If you're guaranteed success, then it's easy peasy. I would do extraordinary things. I would say I will cycle from Mizzen to Malin in 1 day. Now, anybody who knows me, that I do cycling for softies. But if I was guaranteed success, I would say, yes, that's the one for me. Now, possibly the suggestion is if you're guaranteed success, go for a really meaningful challenge. Take on world peace, why ever not? But that makes no sense either. The real challenge in life is taking on something when the odds are stacked against you. And you have to say, I'm going for it anyway. I'm going to give it my best shot. If I was guaranteed success, no failure, then I would take on the challenge of revitalizing Toastmasters, of having 100 clubs in Ireland and having active members in every club. Wouldn't that be wonderful? But that's not likely to be guaranteed success. But it is a challenge worth taking on. And I would encourage all of our members to give it a shot. Over the next 12 months, do what you can to get this wonderful organization back to the position it was in 3 years ago, when it was vibrant and buzzy and it was difficult to get a spot to speak at a club meeting. So that's the challenge I think I will take on. I'm not guaranteed success, but I am guaranteed having a really interesting time trying. Revitalize Toastmasters. Thank you, Contest Chair.
Thank you, Dolores. Now we'll have 1 minute of silence while the judge marks their ballots.
Time's up.
Thank you, timer. Our fourth contestant this morning is Prasant Neer. Hope I got that right, Fran. Prasant. And do you want to do a mic check?
Yes, Tom, this time you got it right. Spot on.
Excellent.
I must say impressed.
There you go. You're okay with the mic, and have you pinned the timer or do you need to?
I just need to
you.
pin the timer. Just
You
a
know-
minute.
Oh.
Perfect. Done.
So you good to go?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Okay, so Prasant Neer, Your topic is, what challenge would you go for if you were told you will not fail? What challenge would you go for if you were told you will not fail? Prasant Neer.
Contest Chair, thanks a lot for such a wonderful topic. Let me put this in context. Challenges are what makes life interesting, and overcoming them is what makes life meaningful, said Joshua Marine very famously, and I totally believe in that. I would always want to do any task where there is a fear of failure attached to it. But having said that, I wouldn't mind doing anything noble where there is no reward or there is no failure attached to it. Let me put that in context. I come from India. One of the biggest problems India as a country faces is education, midday meals. Even in the UK, it's the same issue. A certain Marcus Rashford had to stand up to provide midday meals for the kids. If there was one cause which I had to stand up and then say, you know what, if there is no fear of failure attached or there is no challenges attached to it, and I can do whatever I want, I would obviously want to do many things. But one of the most important thing is the right to education to every kid in India and across the world, including in Africa. And the reason why I say this is because my father famously told me that, you know what, Prashant, whenever you're growing up, whatever money you have, one day it will get over. But if I educate you, that's the biggest asset what you can give. It also reminds me of a very famous quote when you walk into the Indian Air Force base. It says, smooth roads never make a good driver. Clear skies never make a good pilot. Instead of asking life, why me? Ask life, try me. I would obviously always want a fear of failure or challenge attached to it. But having said that, some of the causes which I would do is providing education to kids, speaking about LGBTQA plus community, because there's a lot of awareness which needs to be mentioned to people. You don't have to be feared. There is failure attached to it because some can be political, some can be reasons which you don't want to mention to certain people, some can be fear of shame. All these are the things which I would want to overcome and help people. Having said that, I'm only 31. I've already started my step. I do online education for a lot of children in India. Also understand that there is 4.5 hours time difference between where I am, which is in Ireland, and India. But I'm doing my little bit. And one day I hope that my little bit will contribute to something big and my child can learn from me and then say, you know what, if my father can do it, I can do it as well. Over to you, Contest Chair.
Thank you, Prasad. Now we'll have another 1 minute of silence while the judges mark their ballots.
Time's up.
Thank you, timer. Now our fifth contestant is Jim Gregory. Jim, I see you're on board, and do you want to do a mic check just in case?
This is my mic check, just in case.
Good stuff. And have you pinned the timer, or have you seen the timer? Do you know where the timer is? Can you see the timer?
Yes, we're okay with the timer.
Excellent. So you're good to go. Excellent. Jim Gregory, your topic is, what challenge would you go for if you were told you will not fail? What challenge would you go for if you were told you will not fail? Jim Gregory.
Thank you, Mr. Contest Chair. So many challenges that I could choose from. And being told that I won't fail, well, I don't know. You know, people tell you you're not going to fail, and it's all pretty relative in the end. Sometimes success is failure, and sometimes failure turns out to be success, if you see what I mean. I mean, just a simple example. I once got a job when I was very young, and I got the job because I was near to home and I wouldn't have to travel. And the first thing they told me was that I would have to travel about 25 miles for some training every morning, getting up at 6 o'clock. I didn't want to do that. So I went in and told the guy, this is it, I'm leaving. I don't want to do this. And they said, you've got to do it. Okay, I'll try it for a while. So I went there for a while, and to cut a very long story short, I met my best friend. We became very friendly. And to cut an even longer story short, I married his sister. And we've now been happily married for a long time, 50 years. So had I not accepted that challenge, I would not have had a happy marriage for all that time. You see, the fact is, when you ask people, what will you change in your past? What did you do that you would do differently? The simple fact is, most people say, I don't know. You've got to live with the choices and things you make. I tell everybody that joins Toastmasters that you cannot fail at Toastmasters, and you can't. there shouldn't be. Nobody says that was rubbish. Nobody says you get out, you're a dreadful speaker. You cannot fail. And so I'm afraid I've got to twist your question a little bit and say anything that I want to do, anything I feel that I would like to do, or anything that people ask me to do that I need to do, I always approach it with the basis that I won't fail. And I always approach it with the idea that if it does fail, it's probably for the best. A bit of karma, if you like, a bit of fatalism enters into my mind when I get into these things. I've never been a big worrier about whether I succeed or fail. I'm doing this now and I'm enjoying it. I like doing this. And if somebody says at the end, Jim, you were rubbish, that was a dreadful table topics, I'm sorry, you have failed. Of course, they won't say that. But if I don't go through, I'm still happy. So judges, don't worry. I'm happy no matter what you do. I enjoy doing the job. I enjoy being here. I enjoy everything about doing the job. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. We'll now have 1 minute of silence while the judges mark their ballots.
Time's up.
Thank you, timer. Our sixth and last contestant today is Nuala O'Connor. Hey, Nuala, do you want to do a mic check?
Hi, how are you, Tom?
Your microphone's okay, I think.
Yeah,
Have
you
you
can hear
pinned your
me?
time? Have you pinned the timer? Yes, I can.
Yeah, I don't know if I need to pin the timer. I've done
Okay.
the other thing.
Yeah, as long as you see them, that's fine.
Yeah,
Okay, so you're good to go.
I think so.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nuala O'Connor. Nuala, the topic is, what challenge would you go for if you were told you will not fail? What challenge would you go for if you were told you will not fail? Nuala O'Connor.
Thank you, contest chair and fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests. If I was told that I could not fail at anything, I think the challenge I would go for is to climb Kilimanjaro. Now, why would I go for that challenge? Because the highest hill I've climbed is Crowpatrick. Actually, I've climbed 3 or 4 mountains in Ireland, but not outside it. And to me, Kilimanjaro is just off the Richter scale. Even Mount Everest, off the Richter scale for me. But if I was told I could not feel that my lungs would do it, that my body would have the strength to get up that hill, mountain, well, then I would go for it. And here's the reason why I would go for it. When I hit 30, I was on the flat of my back with a post-viral illness. There was no solution to my problem. I was told I would need rest, eat food, sleep, drink water, all of those things. I could neither rest, eat food, sleep because I had aches and pains in my body all the time. Now, I have clawed my way back from that, but I know I could not climb Kilimanjaro. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do Everest. I've done some mountains in Ireland. So, fellow Toastmasters, if I was told I could not fail, I would go for the thing that right now I know I can't do. I can't climb that mountain. But inside, I want to climb that mountain because I know that would be pure success for me. So I would go for it. Thank you, fellow Toastmasters.
And thank you, Nuala. Now we'll have 1 minute of silence while the judge marks their ballots.
The Chief Judge and 2 counters have gone. We'll just try and find the 3rd one. Thank you, Mr. Contest Chair.
Okay. And as I said, the judges will be sending their ballots into the Chief Judge and he'll be with the counters counting in that room.
Just give me
Okay,
1 second.
we're all good. Okay, can I ask all the contestants, all 6 of you, to turn your cameras on for a start? And I'm going to talk to Rosie first, if you don't mind. Rosie, how are you?
Sorry to interrupt, Tom.
Rosie, could you tell us what club do you represent? And can you?
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Leicester Leaders in
Leicester Leaders.
the UK.
Okay, and can you tell me something unusual about them? Have you done anything different?
Oh, something unusual. We're the most fun club ever. I don't know if that's unusual. I think we're the most fun club ever.
Okay, you're based in Leicester City.
We are, yes.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, they didn't have a great night last night on the rugby, but that's another thing. And
And lately with the football as well. But we can hark back to those glorious days of 2016.
Exactly. You can look back. And tell me, are you on an education path in Toastmasters at the moment?
I am, yes.
Yeah. Which one are you doing?
Well, I recently finished my level 5 of a dynamic leadership.
Oh, okay, great stuff. Yeah.
Very happy with that.
And you're happy getting that? That was a major achievement. So are you going to, what's the next patch you're going to thinking of, or is that too early?
Oh, it's still deciding, yes.
Yeah.
I think presentation mastery is going to be next. So looking
Right.
forward to that.
So that'll be our goal for the next thing. Another question, do you have a favorite hobby?
I'm a dabbler in many hobbies, so I dabble in
Yeah.
lots of things, and always choosing a new one. My current favorite hobby is DIY because I've got a house that needs a lot of work. So learning
Excellent.
how to put up walls and then also take them down.
Great. Listen, Rosie, thank you very much for that. That's great information.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you. Now, my next contestant is Kay Slattery. Kay, how are you?
Hello, how are you? Can you hear me, see me?
I can hear you fine, no problem.
Grand.
What's that beach behind you there? It's that, where's that? I'd recognize it from somewhere.
No, well, you're more than myself because actually that's just a screensaver at the back.
Oh, I recognize that. But
I'm in squalor here at the minute, so this is covering a lot.
Okay. All right. Oh, I thought it might have been your back garden or something like that. Okay.
No, unfortunately.
And come here, what club are you involved with?
I'm in Carlow Toastmasters.
Excellent. Okay. And how are they going this year?
Well, I think like Dolores sort of alluded to in her topic, we've all suffered. I think some of our members are still reluctant to come back to live meetings, and some people I think have lost the will to go on. They just have got out of the habit of coming. So we're having a difficult time. We're the stalwarts are continuing, but it's tough. It's tough at the moment.
Okay. And are you on an education path yourself?
I'm doing presentation mastery, but I'm only working on level 3 at the minute. So kind of a late comer to pathways. Okay.
Yeah, but you know, level 3 is the most important one because they've got lots of electives in that one anyway.
That's true. Yes.
You know, it's everybody's involved in that one. And tell me, do you have a favorite hobby?
I'm keen gardener. Not a very good one, but keen. And I love reading. They would be my big 2.
Excellent. Okay. And of course, you love Toastmasters.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Great stuff. Listen, thanks very much, Kay, for that.
Thank you very much.
There you go. Thank you. The next Toastmaster I have is Dolores Brady. Dolores. Do I have you, Dolores? I do. Yes. How are you?
I'm very well, Tom. Good morning. How are you?
Not too bad. I know we met before, Dolores, somewhere because your face is very familiar to me. What club are you involved with?
I'm a member of Westport Toastmasters, and that would be my home club. And I'm also a member of West's Wake, which is an advanced club.
In the West. Okay.
Yes, we're based in Claremorris, but we have members from all over. And we've been mostly online, so anything's possible.
Okay. You haven't gone back to the physical meetings yet?
No, but really looking forward to getting back in the room and meeting people and talking to them. Like, I miss it.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. It's great. And come here, what education path are you on at the moment?
I'm just like Kay Slattery. I'm on presentation mastery, and I'm on level 3 and enjoying level 3. And I think I might take pause for thought and stay on level 3 for a while because there's lots of lovely electives there. And I'm in no rush to get to the end of the path. I'd much rather enjoy the journey, take it easy.
Excellent. And come here, what hobbies do you have, or what's your favorite hobby?
I love my bike. The bicycle is the best thing that has ever come into my life. And quite apart from all the lovely spins around West Mayo, I've been abroad. One of the loveliest holidays is a bike holiday. You get up in the morning, you put on your bike gear, no decisions because you're just getting on the road to get to the next hotel. Wine tasting on a bicycle was probably a favorite, but another was cycling from Bergamo down as far as Venice through northern Italy. Fabulous places. It
Brilliant.
comes highly recommended. The bike is the best thing ever. And when I'm too crocked to push, I'll get an electric. There's no coming between me and my bicycle.
Excellent. Listen, Dolores, thank you very much. Thanks. That was great.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
Tom.
And the next Toastmaster I have, all the way from India, is Prasant Nia.
Yes,
Close
Tom.
enough. Okay. Prasant, how are you? All the way from India.
I'm good. Thank you, Tom. But I'm right now based in Ireland. So I
Okay.
was a student last year, not anymore.
Right. What club are you involved with?
I'm involved with UCD Smurfit Toastmasters Club.
Right. In Dublin.
Yes.
Okay. Very good. And have you got many people in that club? It's
We have close to 42 people in the club.
42. And are you meeting online or?
Yes,
physical?
we meet every Wednesday. It's a hybrid meeting. So one week it's online and the other week it's in campus.
Okay. So you do get in touch with those people and you do
Absolutely, yes.
Excellent. And what education path are you on?
I finished my first education path, which was on presentation mastery. I finished the path. I'm on the second one, which is dynamic leadership. I finished third level of it.
Yeah. Okay. So you're doing well. And have you got any education goals between now and maybe the end of the season, or?
I honestly don't have any goals as such because recently my wife delivered a baby girl. So I'm
Oh, wow.
mostly involved in changing diapers and helping her understand everything. So
Okay. So I won't ask you what your favorite hobby is because that's probably going to be your hobby for a while.
I have a very
Excellent stuff.
depressing hobby though, which is supporting Manchester United. So it's
Oh
pretty
my
bad.
God.
It's one of those years for me. So
Well, you can, as my dad used to say, you can't be happy in everything, So
yeah.
excellent stuff. Listen, thank you very much for
Thank you, Tom.
your education there. And we'll go to Jim Gregory. Hi, Jim. Can you hear me? I think you're muted. Or sorry, yeah, you're muted. Try again. It's touching, but it's going off again. Keep your finger on it, maybe. Whatever that's it.
No, it
Keep your
wasn't
finger.
that. The powers that be had stopped me speaking.
Oh, stop. Those gremlins, terrible things, aren't they?
Nasty Liz Welsh.
And come here. Are you? You're in Toastmasters quite a long time, Jim, because I know I met you before. What club are you in now at the moment?
I'm in three. I'm in Advanced Orators, Salford Speakers, and Manchester Orators.
Wow, excellent. And were you involved in the start of Manchester when it?
Yeah.
going?
There were three of us started it.
Yeah, I remember you were involved when you had the District 71 conference over there a couple of years
Yeah,
ago.
we organised that. Yeah,
That's right. Just after
was
we
fun.
did it. Excellent. And come here. What are you getting on in the education paths? Are you doing anything?
Well, at first, I was actually Pathways ambassador, but when Pathways started, I'd already got my DTM, and I thought, well, I'll let other people take the slots in the speaking thing. But eventually, I've started. I'm doing two paths now, the humorous and the presentation mastery.
Okay. And are all your clubs back a physical meeting, or are they still?
Yeah, we
meeting?
tried the hybrid. It was a big failure, really. It was neither fish nor fowl. And
Yeah.
so we decided that Advanced Orators would stay just online. Salford Speakers is now live, and so is Manchester Orators. And the clubs are growing beautifully. It was a bit of a cold, slow start, but we're up to 30 and 40 members, so it's working well now.
Excellent. That's good to hear anyway. Okay. Listen, Jem, thank you very much for that. And I'll let you go. And I have got one other person to talk to, and that's Nuala O'Connor. Hiya, Nuala.
How are you, Tom?
You can hear me? Okay.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Good stuff. What club are you representing?
I'm Phoenix Tara Toastmasters in County Meath.
In County Meath, okay. And how are you doing, club-wise?
Club-wise, we're hanging in there. We've actually lost a lot of our more senior members or more experienced members, and we're getting a lot of newer members. Online sort of changed us a lot, and I think we're learning too that our new online membership might be a bit more transient. than
Yeah, yeah.
you know, than other memberships. But in saying that, like we've come out with 30 this year, so in our membership renewal. So
Okay.
we're doing okay. We're hybrid, and for us, it's working right now. But we've tough decisions to make in the future about the whole thing. So
Yeah, that's cool. And
we'll
come
see
here,
where we go.
are you on an education path? Are you doing
I
anything?
am. I finished my innovative planning this year, which was a
Oh,
big
very good.
thumbs up.
Excellent.
I got my 11.5,
Very
and
good.
I've started presentation mastery. I actually jumped a little bit. I did level 3 before I did 1 and 2.
Oh yeah,
But
you're allowed to do that. That's no
yeah,
problem. Yeah.
so I'm going back now, finish and hope to finish 1 by the end of this year, this by July, and then go on into 2.
Okay. And come here, I have one other question for you about hobbies. What kind of hobbies?
Well, I took on 3 hobbies this year after COVID and everything. I took on Dolores. I took on cycling, and there's a big story behind that because I got thrown off my bike a few years ago by dogs in a park, and only for my helmet, I probably wouldn't be here today. So my partner's big into cycling, and I decided I would get a road bike, which is a big no, small tires. Ooh. So I got a road bike, and I'm actually taking on a challenge to cycle 200 kilometers during the month of June for a charity. Yeah, for Hollis
Excellent.
Street. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you, Nuala. Okay,
you.
folks, before I bring out the results of the 3 people that will be going forward to the final, I just want to quickly acknowledge and thank all our administration officials who were involved in making this contest happen today: the chief judge, the voting judges, the timekeepers, the ballot counters, and the Zoom masters. Without them, we wouldn't have had a contest today. So 3 people are going forward to the final, and in no particular order: Dolores Brady, Prasant Nia, and Rosie Marion. So Dolores Brady, Prasant Nia, and Rosie Marriott are going forward to the final, and I believe that's next weekend. So well done to all of the winners, and everybody today was a winner because I thought they were very good and a great performance. And I'm now going to declare this contest has come to a close, and I'm going to adjourn it. So thank you very much.